Hey everybody, this is Jay's Journey. We are using StreamYard as we speak. I wanted to say thank you so much from from yesterday. Unbelievable. So much love and support. I really appreciate that. um I'm running just a little late. I had to eat something. I didn't eat nothing. Like my appetite just hasn't been uh, I haven't really had an appetite today. So I didn't eat nothing at all until a little while ago. And good news, finally, finally, I am even closer to having almost 2,700 watch time hours. I am a lot closer than before. I probably need probably one or two more good lives, and I should be already at like 2,700 and something probably. So that would be good. So probably about two more lives. So probably today and tomorrow. Actually, tomorrow I'm hoping. Is it tomorrow? No, not tomorrow. Today's Wednesday. Tomorrow's Thursday. Friday is the official. excuse me. Friday is the official day of Luan Shaven doing the challenge. So the challenge is she has to shave my face and my head. So that's going to be interesting. I'm very nervous about that one, but it is what it is. Yes. So, man, really rough day yet again at work. I mean, rough. Um, Sorry, I'm typing. So, yeah. You know how secrets come out and they just keep on coming out. So if someone, like if somebody tells you a lie, sooner or later something's gonna come, like out of nowhere. Well, that's what happened today. A whole bunch of lies came out, and I wish I wasn't there because I made myself very noticeable, meaning I literally made it clear that I knew who was, who are the people. I already knew how many people in this company um, is infected. I knew I knew so much that Their mouths dropped, but they couldn't say anything because of the HIPAA law. Oh, yes, that good old HIPAA law. And I didn't mention names because then, because, things, you could get fired and so on and so forth. But I beat around the bush and let it be known that I knew who were the people that are infected. Another thing too was I had talked with the supervisor, and he said, "Oh, there's only, you know, two or three associates." And unbelievable, he had the audacity to say that number. And I pretty much rained on his parade. And I said, "Well, let's come make this clear between, I made it clear that I knew how many people were in there." Excuse me. Um, I made it clear. I made it so clear that I knew how many people there were. So when I mentioned, "Hey Scott," so all of a sudden, so when I mentioned the rough estimate number, and technically it was even a rough estimate. Well, yeah, it was kind of a rough estimate. I just put it out there, and I told him there are at least 8 to 10 people in this location that are infected with this CV or have symptoms of it. His face turned white as ghost. Like, you see how my, like, the light is right here? He looked like that. And I said, just between me and you, not for nothing, you should have just said to your employees that we do have people in here that are have possible symptoms. We need people, we need y'all to be, extra careful. We need, distancing and this. They didn't even do that. Hey, sweetie chubby channel. Hello, hello. So they didn't even do that. Hey, Nettie. Exactly. So all of a sudden, I said, um, I said, well, I already know there's probably about 8 to 10, and that's not. And I said, and that's not including the people upstairs. Oh wow, Lady Reed USA, hello. And I couldn't even believe, when I tell you, I couldn't even believe, he was like, there's possibly this, that. Really? Hmm. If we're supposed to be family, we're supposed to be a team, the team is supposed to stay together. The team is supposed to, and I laid that professional, like, I threw my, like, because I used to be a supervisor. I put my supervisor position title to like full max and literally just laid it into him. And like, he was like, I was like, when I was a supervisor, a team is supposed to know what's going on and not being left in the dark. A team is supposed to be doing this, and this together. A team is supposed to do this, 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 and this. But what's going on? A team is supposed to help each other. And I went right down the line, and he didn't have nothing to say. Nothing. It is kind of sad, and I could honestly say it is kind of sad that, you know, things are happening the way they're happening. Because now it shows the true colors of this company that I work for. And I honestly, I don't know. I am honestly going to start looking. I mean, I'm going to stay until after this is, after this is all done and over with, this CV, after that is finalized and we are clear to be on our regular life, um, I will be dragging my tail, sitting at my desk where I'm at right now, going to job sites and start really looking for a company that really wants somebody that's dedicated, that is, positive, strong-minded, and good work ethics, and is a team player at times. So I cannot wait. Um, Two of my other coworkers are pretty much to that level as well, maybe even a lot more of them. And hopefully the CEO will be there that day, and that's going to be the person I'm going to be giving my, you know, that 2 weeks notice. Maybe it won't even be 2 weeks. It might be 2 weeks, but it's going to be a group, possibly for the 2 weeks notice. So after everything is said and done, it might be that way. And he's not going to be able to understand why it's happening in that building and how it's going to end up, you know? So today was an interesting day for me. Wow, we got 5 people in here. Hello, everybody. Um, Geez, I didn't even put the link up or nothing. I'm slacking, everybody. I'm sorry. Um, Copy. So I couldn't even, like imagine how it's really going on, like literally. So with that being said, last night, well, another thing too is last night I froze my butt off. It was that cold. Also, art by Adrian. Hello, hello. I am actually very tired. For the past, actually, for the past 3 days, my diabetes and my blood pressure have been messing with me tremendously. Um, I've been taking my pills, and today I didn't have the urge to even eat anything really at lunch. I only had a banana and a water. That was pretty much what I ate today. Um, so I've been a little down and out about it. Excuse me. Oh man. Um, yeah. Plus, with work, stressed out at work a little bit because of what they're doing and how they're going along with this. You know, you have to have a mask on while working. Um, it just takes so much energy out of you just for to have the mask on. And I'm used to kind of like touching my beard to kind of like relax me a little bit, or used to kind of like touching my beard to kind of like relax me a little bit. Or Scott, muted, Scott.
Yeah, I am. Just give me a second.
But and then another thing too is one of my other coworkers had told me about actually two of the associates. One of them is in ICU right now in critical condition, um, and not doing good at all. They honestly don't even think that the person is going to even make it through the week, or even probably not even until next week.
That sucks.
Yeah. Let me write that down. Then the other thing is there's a lady that works at my job too. Um, we just found out she's been on the respirator, and she's not doing good neither. So the lady is probably mid 40s, probably about like, I think she said she was probably like 48. She's from like what's that? It's not Taiwan, not Beijing.
Thailand?
No, not Thailand. It's right on the tip of my tongue.
Indonesia, Malaysia, Vietnam, Cambodia.
Vietnam. So she's from like Vietnam, like in that area of Vietnam. Um, and she's not doing good. So she's like 40, she's probably like 47, 48. Right? Everyday May, hello. And then the guy, he's probably in his early 50s. It's crazy, Scott. Just absolutely crazy. That's how it's been, like literally, you know. Shout out to Team T and Team Yahoo.
Well, and unfortunately, they're still running on this idea that it's going to die out when it gets warmer.
Yes. Unbelievable. False accusations and, just false. Everything so far has been false.
Yeah.
So I think people need to really start realizing that this is going to be for probably about the whole month of May, maybe even up to June, maybe even after June. If people don't realize, you got to, distance yourself and be around, not be around people, and just staying home, wash your hands, wash your face. The list goes on, you know. That's how it should be. But we have wonderful people thinking that, people are um, that their rights are being taken away from them, and so on and so forth. And it's not even to that level.
Yeah, unfortunately, the sad truth is you have one right. That's the right to die.
Yeah. Just up in actually, here's another scary thing too. Um, Yesterday, a 18-year-old girl from Waterbury, Connecticut, had passed away because of the CV.
Yeah.
The family even said it. They they sent her to like 2 or 3 hospitals and didn't even know that she had it. And when they realized that she had it within a few days later, she passed.
Yeah, that's what my friends. I mean, my friends in the health field.
Mm-hmm.
They both work in ICU, and he's a respiratory therapist, and she's a nurse.
Mm.
Yeah, they've been doing, he's been doing it for over 25 years. She's been nursed for about the last 17 or 18. And yeah, to hear them tell stories.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. You know,
This idea that, it's only old people, and it's not true.
nah, it's not only for the old people. This CV doesn't have a age restriction at
No.
all. You know what I mean? Like we already have one youngest um, child.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was like 6 weeks or 6 months old, just
Yeah.
because of this. Okay, and
And
had
I mean, and I don't know what happened up there in Connecticut. Your numbers were going down, and then all of a sudden today it went up,
it's
shot up
going.
10%.
It is skyrocketing.
Yeah.
Like dramatic. When I say dramatic, it's going up hard.
Yeah. I mean, yesterday you topped out at around 20K, and today today you passed 22.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it went up over almost 10% overnight
Mm-hmm.
in the last 24 hours. So.
Hey, Joe and Jassy. Yeah, I mean it's unbelievable how these numbers are just going. They kind of were going like kind of leveling out, but then all of a sudden it just went like straight up and it just started going like hard.
Well, I think a lot of it's got to do with people were been cooped up for so long, and then when you have somebody at the top going, everybody needs to get back to work, and we need to end all these shutdowns and everything. All is better.
Mm-hmm.
That they let their guard down.
Yeah, and that's what's happening. People are letting their guard down, and hey Tom, how you doing? And trust me when I tell you, people are thinking, oh, you're taking away our rights.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's nothing about taking away your rights. It's nothing about taking away anything from you. What we're doing is trying to contain it so it could die. You know what I mean? So like just let it, you stay in your house, you get better. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Instead of you going out sneezing and coughing and everything else, and it gets spread, and then guess what? There's another flow of people. Instead of it being just you, now it's probably 15 to 30.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know what I mean? Like seriously.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, this doesn't, and it doesn't actually take somebody coughing and sneezing. It just takes somebody breathing next to you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or just actually like we're having a conversation. And, if you have that conversation within a foot or two of the other person, that's why like the meat packing plants, it ran wild, and all the different meat packing plants, because those people work basically shoulder to shoulder. And when it hit, I mean, it hit them hard. That's why a lot of them have closed down.
Well, and then on top of it, yesterday, Luan wasn't, kind of herself, and I was like, oh, what's wrong? You know, we have conversations, and she tells me everything that's going on, and all of a sudden, the first thing that came out of her mouth was this one person. So I think tonight, hopefully, I'll be able to talk to that one person and to make them really understand that they have to stay in the house. Because now, I think this Friday or this Saturday, where my girlfriend family lives, they are shutting down that whole island.
Yeah.
So like Iloilo, that whole island right there, Iloilo to San Jose Antique, they shutting it down. They are literally shutting it down. Like it's now it's in Antique. So
Mm-hmm.
now, the Braun guy or whoever he is like, nope, shutting down everything pretty much. We're gonna be on lockdown, it's gonna be on quarantine, this, that. I mean, I just had to send, what was it, almost $50 over there so they could have more money for food, to get enough food, you know, into the house. I
Yeah.
wish
I mean, that's
some plastic
Philippines. I mean,
bags
that's a
they could
huge.
put on the windows.
Well,
You
that's
know,
a huge problem, in the Philippines, is because a lot of people, they have no way to store food. I mean, they don't have a refrigerator. A lot of them don't have a refrigerator,
hmm
and so they
that's
have to
why
go
I
out
told
every
my
day to get
girlfriend,
food.
let's just tell them to get, canned goods. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? Because then you don't have to stress out so much with, oh, we have, 1 or 2 kilos of pork left, or, you know, the list goes on. But at
Hmm.
least you have all the canned goods, the beans, we could get you rice. And with the canned goods, you could at least have 1 or 2 cans plus some rice. At least it's food in your stomach.
Right.
You know what I mean? And some water. So it kind of balances, that you're not hungry. You're not going starving. At least you can have 2 cans. You know what I mean? Maybe one can could be for beans, or the other one could be for corn, or whatever. But at least you have the intake of food going into your system. You know what I
Right.
mean? And I'm like, there's there's $50 there. There's, you know, just last what was that? Matter of fact, just last week I sent money over there.
Yeah.
I didn't think this was gonna happen. Luckily I have, 1,500. I was like, you know what? Let me just send a little bit of money over there. But in my heart, I'm still feeling like that's not enough.
Yeah. I mean, there's that point you hit, where you can only do so much.
Yeah, like I wanted, you know,
I'm
yeah,
saying,
but
hey,
you only can, but in where my girlfriend's family is at, they are about to literally lock that area down.
yeah,
So everybody's panicking. Everybody's,
you've been
not
looking at the conversations over here. I noticed a couple of interesting ones, like Joe and Jazzy down in Georgia. Georgia will open Friday with restrictions. Our area is very high, population 80K, and
yeah.
107 no longer here. Highest county in the state. Yeah, I don't quite understand that idea that, like, I don't understand Florida reopening the beaches. And,
That was the stupidest thing ever. I think
well,
I really think they just were getting people. They were getting tired of hearing people's complaints. Oh, I want to go to the beach. I need to have
yeah,
fresh air. You know what I mean? Like, I really think they were tired of hearing the complaining. They just said, you know what, let's just open the beach. Let's just
Well,
open it.
yeah.
And that's what it came down to. I wouldn't doubt it. You know what I mean? 100%. If I was the governor or the mayor of Florida, I would have been saying no.
Well, and I looked at some of the
Don't call
pictures.
me and complain about the beaches not being open or the parks are not being open. Stay home. Let's get rid of this virus out of this area, and it is what it is.
Yeah.
Oh, of course, it's about the revenue.
Yeah, it's all about the revenue.
You can make it up. Listen, Florida could literally shut down. Okay, literally, Florida could shut down for almost 2 months. Okay, 2 to 3 months, shut it completely down, and all of a sudden open it up slowly. And I bet you any money they will make all that money back that they lost just by one summer.
Well, like I said, yes and no, because even if you open it up, it only takes that one person to come in there, and now you started it all up again.
Yeah, true. So, it's just getting, to the point of people need to just really realize that this CV is not discriminating. This CV is definitely not discriminating about your race, age, nothing.
Talking to medical professionals, and for my part of my thing at work, being on the CV task force and reading through different papers, and talking with a doctor up in New York State, another one right there in Rogers, Connecticut.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know that's a.
Huh?
I know over there, and there's been a lot of places in Connecticut are going crazy.
And they said, well, this, really, it doesn't discriminate by age, but it does discriminate by condition.
Oh no!
The most severe cases have certain traits involved with them.
Yeah.
If you have certain physical traits, obesity being way up almost at the very top. Right? The heavier you are, the worse it's going to hit you.
Mm-hmm.
Heart conditions, diabetes, and all those factors add in. And if you have 2 or more of them, if you get it, then your chances go drastically drop. Basically, they're all multipliers.
Yeah. So it's like you can see me today, but tomorrow you might not. You know what I mean?
What did that doctor up in New York say? Like, this is like if tomorrow they put you on a treadmill, set the speed for 10 miles an hour, and let it run for the next 2 weeks.
Oh.
Right? And there is no getting off.
No, definitely not. It's definitely not getting off that.
Yeah, there's no getting off. There's no getting off it for that's talking to a respiratory therapist. He said, yeah, he's dealt with pneumonia in the past, but he said this is so different because first of all, he says you don't get normal yellow and green stuff coming out of lungs. This is like pinkish foam because it's all fluid and blood mixed in with it because his lungs are that damaged. And he was telling me that the other thing is he says unless it's like a chemical burn, where they inhaled industrial chemical sulfuric acid. He said chlorine burns the lungs really bad. You put them on a respirator, they'll be on it for 5, 6, 7 days, and then you take them off that ventilator. These are 10, 12 days and they never come off.
Yeah.
He's him and his girlfriend. Him and his girlfriend said everybody they've hooked to a ventilator so far, not one of them has walked away from the hospital.
And that's very
true. They've all left with a toe tag.
Yep. Look at look at that one lady. Actually, I think it was from New York. The lady was 100 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, made it for her 100th birthday, and ended up being getting out of the hospital the day after her birthday.
Yeah. I mean, there are some
Something like
people.
that. And I couldn't believe it. So she's been in there for so long that boom, she had her birthday.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't think she was gonna live, but she literally fought through it, and look at now, she's out.
Yeah.
But
But there's, there are those cases. But the other thing that people don't realize is there's also what did Jim tell me? He says there's this thing they call it ventilator stress syndrome,
yeah,
right? Because,
it deals
you
with
know,
your it
people that
deals
have been
with
on them
stress
for
and
five,
stuff.
6 days usually, he said people that have been on them even 3, 4 days. He said usually require some kind of psychotherapy to help them get over the trauma. Um, he
Mhm.
said he said I can't imagine what it's going to be like after 10, 15, 20 days on on a ventilator. And then where do these people go?
Honestly, I am, with the two people, from my job that I mean, I was with the gentleman not even 2 weeks ago. Not even 2 weeks. We'll say a little after 2 weeks. And all of a sudden, they said that weekend he went. So I wouldn't be surprised. So I'm like I said, he went from being, kind of okay, you're sick, but now he's in ICU
Mm-hmm.
and they don't even know if he's going to make it.
But Len was saying, Len was saying that progress, they move you around, and then they start checking on you they have to check the patient every 2 hours, and they're finding that sometimes isn't enough because they'll walk in and talk to them, and they're doing okay. They're a little hard breathing and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden, they'll get an alert. The monitor, their heart monitor, either their heart's slowed way down or sped way up, and they'll go in there and they're panting, and that can be 30 minutes after they talk to them.
Yeah.
I mean, it just happens that fast. 2 to 3, people. That's why they're finding some people have died at home because they're told, because actually it's at their hospital. They're not even having them stay at the hospital. If they can, they'll send you home with oxygen and tell you, well, if it gets really hard to breathe, come back.
Yeah.
But
Well, there's been, ambulances coming up and down my street for the past about a past month now, and it's been
because
just
they just don't,
great.
because they don't have the room. One and two, they're just basically saying, hey, we'll send you home with supplemental oxygen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much is that gonna, like really help you? You know what I mean? That's just gonna help you breathe, but then your
Mm-hmm.
lungs are gonna expect that all the time.
Well, no, that's because they're finding that's about 85% of the people that go into the hospital. That's all they do is give them supplemental oxygen,
Mm-hmm.
right? But it takes up a lot of bed space.
Yeah.
Because
Let's see what Tom said. Joe and Jesse down in Georgia, we are looking forward. There have been no new cases that we know of. Home end of May, but we are going to stay until August because of us.
Tom, you're saying over in Oklahoma, you're hoping to get no new cases. Then what? What are you talking? Going home end of May? You mean flying to the Philippines end of May?
I
I
think
don't see
you
that happening.
I don't see that happening. I really don't think that's going to happen
Because I'll be honest,
because it's still going to be quarantined for you.
Yeah.
There's no like really flights that are happening right now like that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, right now, they are flying cargo flights back and forth and using passenger planes for cargo flights. But if you're a Philippine national, you have a Philippine passport, you can fly back to Manila.
Well, I
But then
know.
you're kind of stuck there. You can't leave Manila. If you're not from Manila, why would you fly there? There's no place to stay.
Yeah. Hey,
Uh,
KB Experience. Actually, the shave is on Friday Eastern time, or it actually is Saturday Philippine time. Um, I don't know what time yet, but I will be posting that. Most likely tomorrow, I will be posting the time. It'll probably be like maybe about 8 o'clock or something, 8 p.m. So it'll be like 8 a.m. Philippine time on Saturday.
well,
Where
that's when you're gonna shave it off.
I'm not shaving it. She's got to shave it. I'm dreading that.
Oh no! Hey, tell her I'll send over and I'll sharpen up the bolo. I'll send it over. She has to do it blindfolded though.
Oh, hell no. So
Oh come on, be a sport.
no. So she's gonna shave my head. Well, the little bit of hair I have, and
Yeah.
then my facial. It's coming all off. I am gonna feel so naked. Oh, it's gonna be bad. Bad. Because it's a Sabbath for us. Oh, yeah. But I mean, most likely, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna post the time and everything. It might even be at 7 o'clock a.m. or it might be, a
Well,
little
if you
bit
do it
later.
Saturday night, there will be Sunday morning in the Philippines.
I don't know. Well, I already been saying Friday, but I don't know. We'll see.
I mean, I offered to send Bolo over for Rose to shave Tom's head, but he backed away from that.
Well, actually, Tom, his wife did Tom's head. Tom got shaved, and then all of a sudden, yesterday, Luan was on and was talking to Tom, and then her and Tom started talking, and then all of a sudden, Nettie Greer just got into it and said, "Bam, there you go. We nominate Jason and Luan."
Oh, okay.
So yeah, that's how that went, and now Luan is excited.
What? How's she going to shave it? You got a hair clipper for her to take
I'm
off?
buying clippers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and a straight razor.
no,
Go for the straight razor.
you are crazy. I love my girlfriend to death, but
Just don't trust her with a
I just don't trust her with a straight. Oh no,
no, a straight razor next to your throat. No.
no, no,
Oh, come on.
no.
Where's the love?
Now there's love, but it's not that much love right there. It's bad enough that I have to have my whole face shaved. I haven't done that in like, oh my god, it'd probably be almost like 10 years.
Hello, Katie. How you doing? But no, they
So Friday, it will be probably Friday. You know, so, but I'll put the time and everything so everybody knows ahead of time. Yes,
yeah.
I challenged Luan. Yes, thanks a lot, Nettie. Yes, Nettie, you definitely helped me out. Thank you so much. Kay, what's up with your husband? How's he up to, or how's he doing? I'm telling you, it is, you know, I am dreading it. Like early this morning, I went like this, make sure that my facial hair was still on my face because I really thought she was here. And I was like, oh my goodness. And I thought it was Friday. So it was just bad. I was like, oh my God, waking up to no facial hair. Oh, I would have been upset.
You're gonna be
But
fuzzy face.
yeah. So Friday Eastern time, Saturday Philippine time. This
Yeah,
will
you should have got one of those. What's that one they got? So what do they call it? The one. It's like a. You only got the blade, and you can push and pull it. They look like little head shit. You know, if you look at them
Oh
close,
yeah. I think
that thing works good. That's all I use now. You can do your head. You can do do your face, your
I
head.
got thick facial hair.
Huh?
I got
Doesn't matter. You can do your hair. You can do the hair on your head.
Oh no, that's baby smooth right there. This is like horsehair. Like this is thick.
Yeah.
Like I don't even want to be like this is like literally like horsehair. We'll just put it like that. It's like that thick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I could do from like right here to probably about right here. Okay? And that blade will be already dull. I did one time I did a not a challenge but what was it, Bic? You know, Bic razors. And I was like, "Oh, I'll just do the Bic razor right here." Okay? Yeah. And I did only half of it. Okay? Half. And it was already dead. It was already dull. I couldn't even, I was like, I tried to go up on the side. I was pulling the hairs on the side of my face.
Oh, if you pull them out, I mean, I'll do that for you.
Yeah, no.
I can grab hold and you just all yank it out. Oh, there you go. Have Luann take it out with tweezers.
Oh, hell no. She wanted to do my eyebrows with tweezers, and I was like, no. Definitely.
I'm gonna talk to her. I'm gonna tell her, hey, maybe just wax it.
No, what?
The beard.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah. Just shave it down a little bit and then wax it.
Definitely not.
You have that baby's face after she's done. Once you get off the floor and you stop crying, you'll be, oh yeah, it's really smooth.
I think I'm gonna cry on. I actually have to figure out how I'm gonna do it. Set it up to where everybody could watch. I don't know. I might shift my bed over more so then everybody could. I'll just do it like right here or something. Oh my god, unbelievable! Oh, here comes what's this? JJJ. No new cases. Yeah, but what happened was they just found out last night that there are new cases in Antique, where my girlfriend's family is, because they're on. See, Ilo. We'll say Ilo is right here, and you got to literally go up and around. You know what I mean, like down and over onto the other side of the mountain. So they're close to the airport in Antique.
Okay.
You know, so that's a small airport anyway, but still, over there, that's where the new cases are. So they're gonna literally shut that whole area pretty much down.
Yeah, like I said, I still don't see how in the world, when it comes to travel, how they're going to open it up.
I don't see it. I don't see it happening. I really don't.
I mean, nobody's even talking about, what kind of restrictions are they going to put on air travel? Right? Oh,
they're going to probably tell you you're going to have to wear a mask.
Well, yeah, but I mean, right now, if you take the Philippines, if they can actually eradicate it from the islands, then the only, like Taiwan, that's Taiwan's goal, is to eradicate it from the entire island. And now all we have to do is worry about people coming in and bringing it back.
Yeah.
And they're already talking about testing everybody that gets off the plane.
And that's going to be going to be more money spent.
Yeah. If they use that basic 15-minute test using the ID.me machines, right? That's $340 a test.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's probably about like 400.
So and you'll probably end up paying $400 at the airport to be
Yeah,
tested.
pretty much it'll be like 400.
Yeah. And now here's the interesting thing: if you test positive, they're going to turn around and tell the airplane, the airline, take them back. We don't want them.
Mm-hmm.
So does that mean you're going to have to take a test before you get on the airplane? This
Probably,
side, then another test at the other side. So you're going to spend $700-800 on tests to fly.
Yeah, it wouldn't even be. I mean, honestly, like Tom could actually stay, in the Philippines until probably by December. He could probably stay there. You know what I mean? Like he'd be better off. You're just better off, really. You know what I mean? Like the unknown. Hello.
Who's the unknown?
I don't know.
It's unknown.
The unknown.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah. So I told somebody, I said, I can see those kind of protocols going into effect. I mean, just like what happened after 9/11, all these protocols to get on an airplane happen. You can't bring a bottle of shampoo with you. Yeah.
Oh, trust me, I know.
Like I told somebody, I said one time, I used to smoke and I had a lighter in my pocket. You thought I was an international terrorist.
I accidentally had a what was it? Actually, it was an inhaler. Right?
Okay.
And actually, it was just when I went to the Philippines, and they looked like. I mean, I think they opened up the medication. All my medications that are in my carry-on, because when it goes through the scanner, I think they were like really skeptical about that. But the funny thing about it is that they were more worried about my tripod than the inhaler. After that, China.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. So I said this will just be interesting to see how this plays out as time goes on.
The unknown. Listen, we don't mind. You can talk with us. Politic, get to know everybody. Just keep it clean, polite. We're really we're very family oriented. Family oriented. You know what I mean? We're pretty much all family here, and we are showing love to each other, and really, like to get to know everybody and have fun at the same time. So you're more than welcome.
But like I was saying about travel, I said, when I was talking to somebody and he said, well, they're going to let Americans travel. I said, why? Well, let me ask you a question, right? We have the highest incident rate. We have the highest known cases per million people of anywhere in the world. Now, we've taken over number one, and we're almost 4 times what China was per million people just in Wuhan area when we cut off those people coming to this country. So why would some country want Americans come in? If you were in Europe, if you're in Europe and you finally got a handle on this, right? Do you want somebody coming in when they got when they're and they've got 4 times the amount of cases as you have in your own country?
But they're still trying to say that it's not from there. And I'm like, how is it not from there? That's where it started from. So I didn't understand how they keep keep on saying, oh, it's not from, it's not from China. It's not from China. It's not.
Well, it started in China, but it
started in China.
Started in the United States. It could have started anywhere.
Of course, it could have started anywhere, but we saw where it mainly started.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you can't call, me just black and I'm black and white. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just can't do it.
You're not black and white. You're a zebra.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, like, it's damn near impossible, where it literally said China, and it said the names, the main spot they saw it, where it was coming from,
Well, and, yeah, I mean,
that was all over the news.
yeah, but that's just
Nothing
getting.
in the United States was mentioned.
I don't really care what you call it, but right now it's not a China problem; it's a world problem.
Yes.
Right, and it could have just as easily started in the Middle East. It could have just as easily started in Europe. It could have just as easily started in the United States. And it really doesn't matter where.
Yes, I'm from the United States.
Yeah, we're both from the U.S.
We're
on opposite sides of the United States, actually.
Yeah.
I'm on the west side, and he's on the east side.
East side.
But yeah, did you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, because there are diseases, like Lyme disease. Now it's all over Europe. It's they have it around the world because we had it here, and and it came from a tick.
Yeah.
It started from somehow the deers transmitted it to a tick, that transmitted it to humans, and it's a real problem. But it's only transmitted by those ticks. Unfortunately, we've taken those ticks and moved them all around the world.
Mm-hmm.
So but it's not. It's an issue, but it's not like this.
Yeah, so, this is out of control.
Make us bad people? No. I mean,
thank you, man. It's. But I mean, like, everything that when this first came out,
mm-hmm.
China, everything, it was all about China.
Well, and you still have people doing that.
You didn't hear nothing of anything of the United States until they started getting symptoms in the United States because people were going from China to the United States.
Right. But they're but now they're raising questions about that because they're saying that they had somebody died of severe pneumonia back in beginning of February in California that never went to China, but had gone to Europe, had gone to France, returned from France, right, in end of January, but there was already a case in France. So it's possible they picked it up in France and brought it with them. But it was that one case, it was the first death they had because they went back and they autopsied these people that had died, and they found, I think, 3 of them that died in early February before we even, before we were in admitting we had a case in this country.
Oh, look at New York.
We thought to look.
New York is just like,
yeah.
I think they should just lock it down, like total lockdown.
Of what?
Just in New York, just lock it down.
Well, they pretty much have. I mean,
oh yeah, they have, but I mean to the point of where you only could be, you could only, you got to have the mask. You got to, what I mean? If you need really food, then you go to the grocery store, you go get it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Early in the morning. You know what I'm saying? They have like a 3 or 4 hour time frame early in the morning. That's it. And then you got to go back into your house.
But see, then you run, this is where you run into all these issues here in the United States. Americans are, you can't tell us.
Yeah, right? I know. And that's what's happening right now.
I mean, it's happening by you. It's happening everywhere.
Yeah.
You can't tell me to wear a mask. That's why I said, you're right. I'm not going to strip you of your right to die.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. But if you're not wearing a mask, trust me, you're not getting within 10 feet of me. Right. And
unknown CV. Yeah. Just
I don't know if you watched that video where I was going grocery shopping. The mask I wear, right, is a what they call a full face respirator. Completely faces my entire face and eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Because that way, if you sneeze, it ain't going through my eyes. It ain't, it ain't hitting me. And this idea that people have, that, well, it's not going to get me.
Yeah, I've been dealing with people.
I heard one guy tell me how, I got a really strong immune system. Well, great. All right, nobody has an immunity to this. Right? That's why it's called a novel coronavirus. It's a new thing. You don't have an immunity. And if it's like every other coronavirus, they're not even sure how long once you get it and you get cured, how long will you be cured, immune to it? Right? With all coronaviruses, about 10 months is the most they've
Just
ever
say TV. Say
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's a certain coronavirus, the one that causes cold, the most severe type of cold, right? That one, you catch it, right? You get over it. It takes a couple of weeks. You got over it. You remain immune for about a month. So you could catch it a second time and a third time and fourth time all in 1 year. Because, it's about an 8-week cycle between when you caught it, you got sick, you got over it, you lost the immunity, and you caught it again. So you could catch it, 5-6 times a year, if you don't get out of that environment where you're catching it.
Yeah.
But,
well, we just gotta see, what's gonna happen for Connecticut, because right now Connecticut is just.
I mean, look, yeah, you guys, like I said, you got one up 10% just today alone. But I mean, but Illinois is right behind you doing that. They're going up at 8-10% too.
Yeah, New York is going up like 30 to 40.
No, New York's going up like they went up 5,700 cases, but you got to look at the size.
I didn't think that much. Shit.
Yeah, you got to look at the size of the population of the state.
Yeah, New York is packed.
And looking at the numbers, I mean, a lot of those numbers didn't even come from New York City. They came from upstate and Albany and other places where, wait, it's not New York City.
Well, they're just putting New York, you know what I mean? Like, they're just putting New York as just New York. You know what I mean? They're putting it just into a one lump sum. They're not stating which one is worse, like Bronx or Manhattan, or, you know what I mean?
Well, I can actually break that down for you if you want.
No, I wouldn't be surprised that Manhattan is going to be like number one, or Queens.
Queens is number one, followed by King, then Nassau, Bronx, Suffolk, Manchester, Cook, New York County, or the rest of New York. Right? So Queens, Kings, Nassau, Bronx, and Suffolk counties are the worst.
Yeah, I could have kind of pictured Bronx, because that's a lot of there's the Bronx Zoo, they got the beaches over there. Well, they got a lot of projects over there too.
And talking to a friend of mine in Brooklyn, who I'm talking about, JG, John, and talking to other friends of mine that live up in New York City, it's pretty much dead. I mean, they said nothing's really open. I mean, and a lot of the stores now only let they have somebody at the door, right? And they let one person in, lock the door, and when that person leaves, they open the door, let them out, let one person in, lock the door, because they don't want it.
Yeah, they don't want to push that.
And a lot of the restaurants, all the restaurants are carry out only, and a lot of them don't even, they don't even lock their door. You have to call them, or they got a phone number. Call when place your order. You said to tape the menu to the thing, place your order, and
it's true.
They'll open the door. They'll open the door and hand it to you.
That's what they do here in Connecticut.
Mm-hmm.
They do that here in Connecticut. Literally, you literally, like, some of the places here where near I live, you got to call them. Okay. You got to call them, place the order. They'll meet you out. When you get outside, they'll hand you your food.
Mm-hmm.
Or if in the downtown area from where I live, there's a few restaurants, and what happens is they have the windows. They're big windows.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So all of a sudden, you can place your order talking through the window.
Right.
They'll close the window, hand it to the chef, bring it back with your food, everything. You hand that, you know what I mean? Like it's crazy.
And well, my buddy in Manhattan, he was telling me, he says, like the little neighborhood stores. He said you go there and you know, and they literally he says they open up the window about 2 inches, and they, what do you want? Right?
Yeah.
Well, I want to get some food now. Well, tell us what you want. We'll get it and then we'll bring it to you.
Yeah.
They won't even let you inside the store.
Even like there's a package store down the street from where I live.
Mm-hmm.
He's working from out the window.
Yeah.
You have to stand outside because you know you used to be able to walk into the package store.
Yeah.
Not anymore. He locked it down, and what he does is he opens the window. You press the doorbell or you text him. He'll come to the window. You tell him what you want. He'll go get it. You got the register right there, and that's it. Answer right out there. He doesn't want nobody inside, and I told him that idea. And he was like, you know what, George, this is the best thing I ever done.
Hey, Tom Patrick's asking, how did you make out with the paperwork there, brother?
The paperwork is in my lunch bag, and I am going to be filling it out tonight. It's official. I'm going to be filling that out tonight because I had a few questions on it, and so tonight I'm going to be filling it out, and I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. And so hopefully by tomorrow I'll get it handed to them.
I got a little bump. You saw that where Trump basically did a executive order and no more green cards. They're not doing any visas.
Yeah.
So anybody who's got their wife out there, girlfriend, fiance visas, they're stopping fiance visas. They're going to stop spouse visas. They're going to stop.
The only reason why they're stopping it is because of this whole thing.
Well, no, his idea is that those people are coming here, are going to take work from Americans, which is kind of because the guy said, "Well, won't stop
Hey, Serge, how you doing?
Fiance visa." But when I looked into it, yes, it will, because once you get a fiance, you have to apply to get her a green card. Hence, you're stopped.
Yeah.
So
I mean, the way I see it is,
like that, like B-Joy's thing. We just got the thing, it's in the final stages of being approved, and she should have been coming here, in a couple of months, and now that's all up in the air.
No, if it's already been processed, most likely they're gonna pass that. You know what I mean?
Hey,
so
Tom,
worry about that.
Tom, okay, he purposely excluded immigrant workers coming to pick crops or work in like meat processing plants and that. They can still get a work permit to come to the United States from Mexico. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, that doesn't even make sense.
No. But that's because those jobs pay next to nothing, and they're hard physical labor. And that's who does them. I mean, the meat packing plants, I don't care if you go to South Dakota, Iowa, Georgia, wherever, it's 99%, Hispanic people in there working.
Yeah, it's a lot.
English, you're never going to understand your coworkers. You don't speak Spanish.
I don't understand half of my coworkers, so
Yeah, because they're all there on these temporary visas, which I never quite understood, but I guess it's because nobody wants to cut up chickens for $6.50 an hour or whatever.
You know what? I told myself I will go fishing. I would listen. This is how real I am about this. I said, if I had a choice to stay in the United States or go to the Philippines, right?
Mm-hmm.
I told myself I would rather probably just go to the Philippines and just do fishing.
Yeah.
Right?
I agree.
Think about it. Struggling every single day, getting, you're living off of a check, One check.
Yeah.
You're struggling every single. You got to work so hard to just to get that one check, and then all of a sudden you're broke, and then all of a sudden now you got to wait 2 weeks to get another check.
Mm-hmm.
To where I could go fishing, catch fish, sell it, make it right then and there.
I was reading one of my investment papers just before I came on, and they were talking about they're estimating that 53% of the people in the country, will not be able to pay all of their bills for the month of April. I rent, car payments, whatever. They're going to run short.
I think that'll be true. I think it might be even higher.
Yeah.
Honestly, I really think it would be a little bit higher. And then, did you even hear about supposedly the $2,000 a month or something? What was it? I think it was $2,000 a month.
Unfortunately, that's not going to happen.
That would be great if that happened.
Yeah. Mitch McDonald already said, he said 1,200 is enough. We already gave him 1,200. That's enough. We just need to, because what the idea that they have on that side of the aisle is, if we starve the people, they're gonna lift, they're gonna go back to work. If you hand them money, they're not gonna go back to work.
Yeah, but even if they gave everybody in the United States $2,000 to $3,000 for a month, they're gonna go back to work.
No. Yeah.
I would.
I've already heard people say, they make more money getting that enhanced unemployment than they do working.
Yes, it's true.
Yeah,
it's very true. I know somebody that has it, and he's making damn near almost $600
a week.
A week.
Yeah, and he does realize that that's taxable income, right?
Yeah.
That he has to pay income tax on it at the end of the year. So you better start saving 200 of it every week.
Please, you know how much he's saving out of it?
0.
He's literally, he has so much money saved up, makes me sick.
Oh, yeah. My brother or my son got his $1,200. So
I do too.
Good stimulus. Yeah, he bought a new motherboard and he's building a new gaming PC. He spent like $1,150 on a gaming PC.
That's crazy.
And all the components.
That's a lot. See, I would have done something like that if I was younger and had if I didn't have any responsibilities, but you just can't do that nowadays.
So like I told somebody, he said, I wouldn't hold your breath to see that you're going to get any more money. They are going to probably.
I don't think we're going to.
Large corporations, billionaires, and they're going to get a boost. They're going to get handed government money again.
Well, my company just got supposedly a stimulus check.
Yeah. Well, I was reading that let's see, the CEO of American Eagle Outfitters. It's a clothing line.
Yeah, it's a I was just gonna say it's like a clothing line.
Yeah. They took out that paycheck loan thing. Right. And in order to fill that out, they have to tell who how much everyone makes. Basically, the CEO makes 20% of their payroll for the corporation. Mm-hmm. That one guy gets paid 20% of the total payroll for the entire corporation. And you had, and it's coming out like Disney, right? The CEO of Disney.
Oh, he's making.
He makes 14% what everyone else, what the other 120,000 people that work for Disney worldwide. He makes like 12% of the total payroll. That's his check. I told somebody, I said, in some ways this might be good. People are going to find out how overpaid these guys are.
Oh, please.
I mean, outrageously overpaid.
Of course.
When you guys taking 20% or 15% of the take-home pay, 10% somewhere in that range, all these CEOs are taking that home.
Look at I'm gonna mention the restaurant, Texas Roadhouse. You heard of them, right?
Yeah.
It's a country, like you can pick your own steak.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Okay. The CEO of that company, okay, the CEO of that company is not accepting none of his money and helping out his associates, all his associates.
Yeah.
He was like, it's not fair for me to get, to get a check when my associates are struggling. He said, I have enough money to where I'm going to do this for my associates. My associates, I have great associates. I'm taking care of them.
Yeah. But see,
That's the type of people that you need in this world. Because trust me, because if you think about it, if you have a CEO like that, okay, that means your associates will work with you and stand by you at those time, at these present times.
Right.
Like if God forbid, if he would have lost his house, okay, we'll say, and he lost everything in his house.
Right.
Do you really think all his associates will ignore him for what he just did for them?
Yeah.
They're going to stand by him, and I bet you that money, they would probably be handing, giving like $100. Here's $100. You could get probably $10,000 from one shift. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but Jay, I mean, see, it's sort of like this idea, this whole bailout thing. Oh, we got save the economy and that. What happened to the trillions of dollars? The trillion. I mean, they repatriated. When Trump did that deal, they could bring back money from overseas, right? They brought over $12 trillion back to the United States, and they didn't build factories here. What they did is bought back their stock to drive up their stock prices, right? So they could pay them, so they could pay out bigger bonuses and higher dividends. And now they're hands up and say, well, we need money.
Yeah.
I mean, just Delta alone spent, they're getting what, 22, or I'm sorry, Delta's getting like $35 billion in a grant from the U.S. government.
Well, look at the people that.
But they bought $4.2 trillion worth of their own stock back in the last 3 years.
Yeah.
They took profits and did that with it instead of paying down debt or anything else. And now they're saying, well, otherwise we'll end up bankrupt. Well, then go bankrupt. You ran the company into the ground. I mean, how many people are going to have to file bankruptcy to get out from under the mess they're going to end up with by the time this is over?
Yeah, I think this whole thing is going to take about 3 to 5 years just to really fix it. You know what I mean?
That's 3 to 5 years is realistic, but I think it's a little low. And I've watched this happen before. 3 to 5 is really optimistic.
Yeah, I'm saying like I think probably 3 to 5, because honestly, look at the airports. They're by next year, I really think I'm gonna have like one of the best deals out there when I buy my tickets to go to the Philippines. You know what I mean?
We'll see. I mean, like I said, it all depends on what kind of testing you have to do to get on the plane, what kind of testing you have to do when you get off the plane.
Please, I have to do a whole bunch of shots anyway, so I might, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I know you end up looking like a pincushion by the time you leave.
Trust me. When I went to the Philippines last time, just recently, man, I did like hepatitis A, hepatitis B. I was doing everything possible.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was like, give me all the shots that think I should get.
Yeah. Well,
I
I mean,
had
you're a little paranoid that way. That's all right.
you know what I
Better
mean?
safe than sorry.
Yeah. So I was like, and plus I have to be careful. Sometimes I get vertigo out of nowhere. You know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
I had to get medications for the vertigo. I even had to friggin' have medication for my tonsils if they swelled up. That happens. Yeah. Yep. Out of nowhere. I could wake up one night, tonsils swollen. You can see my tonsils like golf balls.
Cool.
And like I would be choking. That's like it'd be bad.
But yeah, it's like I said, it's just gonna be interesting to see how it plays out in the end.
We just got to see. That's the only thing we could do is just see. Let me see. Let me read some comments. Joe and Jassy, I'm gonna buy a pressure washer with my check. Was thinking about a drone, but I need to keep up the house. You with this drone too? It was bad enough I had Wallace Life send me a picture or pictures. 3 pictures. The first one was the back of the box of the drone. Then he did a picture of it, said like 249, whatever it was, and then all of a sudden he turned it around, and there's himself and his son, my favorite little, that's my little buddy right there,
Mm-hmm.
like in a picture, holding the box, showing me the drone. I was pissed. I was like, oh, because I've been trying to get my drone for a while. Like I want to get a drone, and I'm like, no, I gotta wait. Get it for around, when I go to the Philippines. Right before I go to the Philippines, I'll have it. Go to the Philippines, go to the beach, fly my drone, do aerial shot, stuff like that, so on and so forth. But guess who, got it before me? Wallace Life. So he had to show me. Then he did it again on Instagram. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. But then I bust out with my camera, and then that makes it all better. Because he wants my camera and I want his drone.
Oh, okay.
Tom, hold on. Tom. We are retired. Tom, you're retired. You're an old fart. I'm only kidding, Tom.
Who's that? Tom?
Tom, yeah.
Tom, who? Tom Patrick? He's not that old.
Nah, Tom's not even old.
No.
What is he, like 50?
Who, Tom?
He's 50 something.
Yeah, no, I think he's a little older than that, but he's not that old.
Yeah, he's not even old.
He said business, we get a bailout period. Business is a risk. They don't save like we have to. Too bad, just go bankrupt. Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't care how big the business is, because like I told somebody, if all the big airlines go out of business tomorrow, guess what? Once they're back up and flying, there'll be a new one. Now, hold on, guys.
All right, Joe and Jesse, thank you so much. You know what I mean? Like, honestly, like even with my company, supposedly they got approved for that stimulus check. Honestly, what they need to do is give us $2 increase, a $2 increase for because of the situation that we're in. You know what I mean? So I would love to have, so think about it, 80 hours a week, but add in $2. So if this will last, we'll say 3 months, right? Or 4 months or 5 months, all that, back pay money that they would probably have to pay us would help out. That would help everybody. You know what I mean? Like that would help me out. I could just put it in the bank and just be like, okay, there's another maybe $2,000 in my pocket. Bang. You know what I mean? That means I already got the money. Then I could be like, oh damn, I almost have all the money for, the final balance of the land. You see what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden, after all that, I could just be like doing what I need to be doing. Thank you, Serge, coming back. The Unknown, aka John, thank you for coming back. Selena, hello, hello, hello.
And Joe and Jazzy are gonna go take the dog for a walk.
Jazzy are going take Poggy for a walk.
But yeah, well, it's like I made the argument as far as like, if they're going to do that $1,200 monthly.
Oh, I would love that, man. Trust me.
Well, yeah, but then it should be then it should be, basically, okay, you'd have to apply for it, state, I'm not working.
Mm-hmm.
I have, employer's not paying me to stay at home. I have no income. And then you
hold on, Scoop.
If you're living overseas, Social Security, you don't get it. You're already getting your check. And it's not a popular position to take, but it's the only one that makes logical sense. Anyways, so are with Trump in his next elections. That's a decision everyone else, everybody has to make for themselves who they're going to back in the next election. If you think he's done a great job, then vote for him. If you think somebody else can do it better. Yeah, Tom's right. That $1,200 check, okay. Everybody and their brother are jumping up and down, And in all honesty, the $1,200 was supposed to be a stimulus check for the United States economy. So why is it, and this was not a popular view, but if you're living in the Philippines, why are you getting a $1,200 check to stimulate the U.S. economy living in the Philippines? Right? There's been something that said, Tom, if you like Trump, then vote for him. I personally, I didn't vote for him the first time around, and I didn't vote for Hillary, just so you know, because I'm a card-carrying Republican, but I'm actual conservative, and I find the guy to be unethical and a sleazeball, and I wouldn't vote for him the second time. So, but yeah, that's my personal belief about Trump. I think he's inept. He doesn't know what he's doing. He likes to tout himself off and brag about himself, but and I'm a veteran, Tom. So yeah, I belong to a group, Vets Against Trump. Right? We've been around since he started running, basically. So yeah, I got a problem with a guy who claimed he owns Spurs but can't show you one X-ray where he had him operated on, or he still has them. Put up or shut up. I earned mine too, Tom. I earned my retirement. Right? I don't have a problem with that. Right? I get my military pension. I get my firefighter's pension. I earned them both.
Sorry, everybody. I have to eat. I have to have a banana.
Yeah.
You were a firefighter?
Yep.
Really?
Department. Yep. Up until I broke my back.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah. I fell through a house one night at a fire. Went through the second floor, first floor, and ended up in the basement with a broken back.
I've been hit through. Let's see. I've been hit with the hose, knocked me off the top of the fire truck, and slammed myself on the ground. Let's see. Foot went through the roof.
I've done a few tumbles.
Yeah, I did too.
And, yeah. I opened up the door one time. And the guy, just as the guy was hitting the door with the full blast, it 600 pounds of coming out of the end of the hose and nailed me right in the chest. Yeah.
Damn. I was fighting a car fire, and the car was close to the house, and in front, and then there was another car in front of it, hedges on the side. One of the auxiliary members, I don't know how he got the line, charged it, and I see the a straight jet stream shot right in front of my face, hit the house and hit the car, and I fell back because I was fighting the car fire, and I fell back with the nozzle still open.
Oh.
Right?
Yeah.
So it started dragging me. All of a sudden, I was lucky enough to push my, arm forward to turn off the nozzle. And then all of a sudden, the other, I got up. My captain was standing right next to me, flipping out, right? Grabs the auxiliary, tells him to get his ass back in the fire truck and don't get out. He goes, Jake, get back to work and do what you do and good. I didn't even have no air pack on, no nothing. The only thing I had was a shield and no gloves. Literally fighting a car fire, and then the tires exploded right near my leg. And the windows bursted near my face too. Yeah.
So anyways, I think I hit a nerve with Tom Patrick because they said, that 1,200 stimulus check was to stimulate the U.S. economy. So if you'd lived outside the borders of the United States, you shouldn't have gotten one.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just taking American taxpayer money, okay? And you're gonna stimulate the economy whatever you're in.
Well, they started seeing what people were using the money for.
Good.
You know what I'm saying?
I've yet to see somebody
saying that check. That money right there is going to be watched like a hawk. You know what I'm saying?
Well, most people used it for, I mean, you saw, I'm going to use mine for buying a pressure washer. I was going to buy a drone, but I'm going to buy a pressure washer. Right? Now, the very poorest people that got those checks, they used it to buy food.
Some of them bought a brand new TV.
Actual things. I mean, I don't qualify for it, and I wouldn't accept it if they would have even offered it to me, because I've got character about kind of stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, I got it, but I don't make a lot neither. So,
and
so for me to get it, I was excited. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Right, but I mean, the last time they handed out goofy checks like that, I mean, they haven't even paid back that debt.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I know that. Who actually did that one? Was it Clinton?
No, Bush.
Who?
Bush, because see, we were paying down.
Oh, that's right.
He made the claim. Yeah, he made the claim that you were overpaying your taxes. That's why we had this surplus. Well, no, we're paying down the debt. We had it down to $4 trillion, and when he left office, he had it up to $11 trillion. But he gave everybody $1,000 or something like that. And he's like, really? Yeah.
I actually only got like 500.
Yeah, I think it was 500 for single and 1,000 for married couples or something.
Yeah.
I remember I got the check and I wrote denied across the front of it, and I put it in an envelope and sent it back to the U.S. Treasury.
I was like, oh, I finally got some money coming to me. I was like, I felt rich for $500.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's kind of a shame that we, and I always laugh. I said, what, all these people that were screaming, oh, I want my $1,200. I want my $1,200. And what, next you want an Obama phone too?
Oh,
you want a free cell phone?
I was so disgusted about that one.
Well, I mean, this is no different. I mean, this is welfare.
Yeah.
I mean, plain and simple, it was welfare. If you got a check and you were happy to get it, you took welfare. Okay, just admit it. Be a man about it. Say, hey, I got welfare. I'm happy to take welfare. Next you want food stamps, I guess, or
everything is this world's all messed up anyway. So
yeah.
Let's
see. You're in Fairfield County, aren't you?
Huh?
You're in Fairfield, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just looking at your numbers, buddy.
It is interesting.
Yeah. No, the interesting part is when you really look at the numbers. Now you guys are getting hit pretty hard. Looking at it, you only have 1,700 total beds, 8,500 confirmed cases, 173 ICU beds in your entire county.
Well, actually unknown. It is here in the eastern side. It is 7:21 p.m.
Yeah, here it's 4:22.
Oh, you're only 3 hours.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think we're on mountain time this time of year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But there's only 173 ICU beds in your entire thing, and they currently have almost 400 people needing ICU care. So they must be. What they do is they repurpose areas, turn them into ICs.
Well,
hey Tom, I know who you are. I mean, we've talked before. I understand that you're in the Philippines and you're stuck there.
Yeah, right? He's stuck.
Yeah.
He's stuck.
Yeah.
I would rather be him right about now than anything.
Yeah. The only down part is is because of your hospitals being a bit overwhelmed. The fatality rate in your area is running about 1.5% higher than the national average. You're at almost 7% right now. So this is not something you want to catch.
I don't even want to catch it. I'm just,
trust me, you don't want to catch this. No. Yeah, this is not. I mean, Hartford just passed they're almost at 11% fatality rate up in Hartford.
Hartford is getting slammed.
Yeah. Well, same reason. This idea, like I was telling somebody, is this idea that ventilators, you hear them, ventilators. Well, that's really great, but who's going to run it?
Yeah.
Like Jerry said, I can operate. He says, we've got 20. He says, I can run maybe 7 or 8. Right. And he said, this is something you take 2.5, 3 years to learn, with your apprentice, with what they call your in thing. So, and he said right now, he's a couple of weeks ago, he was training a psychiatrist how to run a ventilator.
Oh wow.
because they didn't have anybody. And they said, well, we don't have any, we don't have any use for the psychiatrist. So you know what? We're going to send them up there, teach them how to run a vent. And he said, yeah, it's like, okay, And he said they've got orderlies, kids in med school running ventilators because they just don't have people to do it.
Oh, it's gonna be interesting.
Hi, Maya. My rocket's in the house. Serge is still hanging in there.
Serge is still here.
How you doing over in France, Serge? You staying out of trouble? I haven't seen Serge around for a while.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they finally seem to have gotten a handle on their situation.
GM hello. How you doing?
I mean, and Tom, I do realize you're over in the Philippines right now. You came as a tourist and you're stuck there. You may be stuck there for a long time, buddy.
He'll probably be. I wouldn't be. I think he might be stuck there until probably
at least 60 more days.
I was gonna say like 90, maybe 90 more days. He would probably be like.
I'm thinking somewhere around September, October. They're going to say, okay, U.S. citizens, that are overseas that want to return home can. But the problem is you're going to have to find a flight. And it's probably going to be 60 days, 45 to 60 days in the Philippines before you'll be able to fly from anywhere to anywhere in the Philippines. Yeah, it's going to be a long. I can see where this will be a long process. And then you'll probably have, like I said, and then coming back to the United States, you'll probably have to be quarantined for 14 days.
Well, when he gets back home, he'll have to self-quarantine for 14.
Well, I don't know if they're going to do self-quarantine or they're going to do quarantine.
Well, they'll do like the scan of make sure you don't have the temperature.
But I don't know if they're going to let you fly. When you hit the United States, your port of entry, you're going to be able to get on a domestic flight at the port of entry to fly somewhere else, whether you have a temperature or not.
Unknown. This whole situation came from China. I mean, that's what it really started out from, China.
Yeah,
this whole thing came from China.
Yeah.
And they even showed videos like
somebody asked me that
lives too.
Somebody did make that comment to me. Says, well, why do these things seem to start in China? I said, well, some do, and some come from Africa, some come from the Middle East, and some from the United States. But the last, this one happened to come from China. But it's also because, 20% of the world's population lives in one country. So the odds of them getting a virus before, a place like the United States, where we have a very small percentage of the world's population, we're 338 billion, right? They're like 1.6 billion people. And it's them, getting, it's just a numbers game.
I think what really, when they, I discussed this on one of my other lives, was how can I say, they showed videos, right, and you see people killing bats and frogs and fish. You put that bloody knife in a bucket of water. Water's contaminated now. Okay. All of a sudden, they think it's clean because there's no more blood on it. Now, all of a sudden, they want to kill a turkey. The knife is still contaminated. The water's contaminated.
Right.
The water on the floor is contaminated.
Right. But see, it doesn't work once you kill the animal. I mean,
it doesn't. You know what I mean?
But what I'm saying is what people don't realize is, there's 4 mammals and there's 4 animals in the world that have absolutely no immune system. bats are the only mammal that flies, and it's the only mammal that has no immune system. So
and their their feces is just
well, yeah, but see, because of that, a lot, bats have the ability to. What they do is they mutate in things that bother them, their system. Right? Their metabolism is so high, it just kind of mutates them into something that their body doesn't care about.
yeah.
Right? And coronaviruses are one of those viruses that don't bother bats. So if a bat has a coronavirus, it doesn't bother them. Problem is when it leaves the bat and it goes to some other animal where it mutates into something that can pass to a human being. Because bat to human transmission is almost impossible. It always went through something else. Like SARS, right? SARS went from a bat to I think it was a cow, right? To humans. MERS went to a civet cat, right? To camels, to humans. Right, so it mutated twice along that path. This one they think went through that pangolin, right, which is an animal you have to eat over there, right? But they're not sure. They're still trying to track that down. There's questions as to what it transferred to from the bat to get to humans, but it transferred through something. But yeah, it's it's just that game. I mean, the bats in the United States carry coronaviruses, right? Luckily, they haven't passed it on to an animal, but if they pass one on to a cow, right, it could be just as bad as SARS or any of these others that passes, or to pig, and it transfers over to humans from there. It could run through the United States population, a lot faster than this one does.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Tom. I mean, we're just saying as the outcome of for you to get to Manila is, if they have like a lockdown in, we'll say, Iloilo, that roadblock is going to be that roadblock. You understand?
Right.
And there's no other way really around that unless you get on one of their boats, and then most likely they probably don't even have the boats running like that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's like if you're like Mindanao, right? Getting from Mindanao up to Manila is almost impossible. Unless you build your own boat and run it up and down. Because they don't have any ferries going to the next island over. I mean, you can't even drive there. You used to be able to, you could drive all the way to Manila down to, to Davao, and you just had to put your car in, on ferry and keep jumping. You can't even do that anymore. All right. Yeah, he says he can go to Iloilo and fly out. Well, that's great,
Yeah, but
I don't know why he's complaining about he's stuck in the Philippines. So he's not stuck in the Philippines. He chooses to stay there.
Well, the area that he's been in has been on a quarantine.
Right. Good. Yeah. So. Yes. Yeah.
But you just gotta, just enjoy your time there.
Yeah.
I know it. Trust me. I think with me, I would probably handle the quarantine a lot different because honestly, I'm always in this room. You know what I mean? Like I could stay in my room for a month straight and it won't bother me because I have everything that I really need, but just I don't have the bathroom. You know what I mean? Like the bathroom is right there. So I could do absolutely nothing and I would be fine. You know what I mean? Even if I didn't have the TV or anything, I think I would be fine. I think I wouldn't even really care. I'd just say, okay, whatever. quarantine, and it is what it is, you know.
Yeah, well, like I was saying before, though, it's this. I told people that were in, I'm stuck here in the. They said, trust me, you're safer in the Philippines than you are here in the U.S.
Yes. Honestly, yeah.
Yeah, you are much safer there than
I'll
here.
say for there.
We'll be right back.
Yeah. Yeah, Tom, you know what I mean? Like you're pretty much safer there, honestly. God's honest truth, you're safer there. Right now, here in the United States, especially like Connecticut, you wouldn't even want to be here in Connecticut. You wouldn't even want to be here in New York. Okay? Like, oh boy. Hold on, everybody.
Hey, Jay.
Hold
Like
on.
I said,
Yeah, you could go ahead. Let me talk to
yeah,
you.
like I was saying, when I told people that, and they're like, "What do you mean?" U.S. Yeah, here. Let me explain it to you this way, right?
Hey, babe.
In 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 the last 45 days, the amount of people that have this virus in the Philippines is doubled. In the United States, it's quadrupled. Right? So it's just a numbers game. I mean, you got 100 million people, and you got 5,000 people that have it in the Philippines, and here in the United States, right? You got a large percentage that have it.
Oh.
Is that my sweetheart?
Oh.
Hey, baby doll.
Guapa.
No, she's talking about me, Jay.
I said, oh. Mahal na mahal kita.
Where is my sweetheart? Huh? He turned it off.
I am dreading that. I am dreading it. I'm doing live right now. I'm almost at 2 hours already. No, we're not cutting it with scissors. You're going to get the clip. I'm going to buy clippers and you're going to use the clippers and that's it. We're not going to make a whole.
You're much better off. You're much safer there than you are coming to the U.S. I mean, it depends where you live in the U.S., but trust me, you're much safer. You're much safer there.
Oh, so I could do it.
Because here in the United States, you
could shave. You could shave right here.
You're gonna be locked inside your house.
Like go around.
Unless you want to run the gambit.
You know what I mean? So then I could do my mustache. Okay.
I mean, it's not. This idea of business as usual here in the U.S. That ain't happening anytime soon.
What you mean you want to do it like this? Okay. All right.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Maine's not too bad right now. If you want, I can give you the numbers up there. What county do you live in Maine?
Balanga.
Tom.
Balanga.
They can break down by county. Some larger counties they can break down by cities.
Ikaw.
I used to speak a little Arabic back when I lived in Kuwait for all those years, but I haven't used it for so long.
Balanga.
It's been almost 10 years I've been out of there. So.
Ikaw.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
I don't know if you live in Sydney. All right. Let me find Sydney.
Yeah.
There's Waldo.
Are we calling the?
Is that the county or is that? Okay,
the
county. Yeah, I'm not that familiar with counties in Maine, and I got to click on each one to figure out what the name of it is.
Which call it?
Okay, I found it.
Jesus.
All right.
So I could talk.
So currently there's about 100 cases in your county, Tom Patrick. What is there exactly? 97. 4 people have died. So they're not too bad yet. So the fatality rate's only running about 4% there. Not too bad yet in that area. They do have a government quarantine in effect until the end of this month, but there again, they may they may change that.
Well, I got a little.
Hey,
yeah, a little bit.
Jay. Oh, he must have turned off the speaker.
I just got done eating a banana. I had my mom made soup from yesterday. I ate that. It's been high.
Kennebec County.
What I'm gonna do is just be on fruit for a few days, I think. And Friday we're eating fish anyway, so
then I can do. Let me look.
Still be around like 200.
I mean, maybe doesn't have much of it.
I'm not drinking soda.
You got 907 total cases. It's going up at a rate of about 3% per day. 3.5% right now.
Just another day, babe. Just another day. I'll talk to you about it later.
That's with the stay-at-home order in there.
But why don't you come and say hi to Scott? Join the live chat.
Here, turn on your microphone.
Well, hurry up right now because we're only going to
Turn on
talk
your
for like 20 minutes, if that, or 30 minutes. In debt. I said in debt. All right, go ahead. Hurry up. Hurry up.
Yeah, see,
I'm messing with your hair.
even in the country though, Tom, here's the problem is when you live in the country, you still have to go to town to get groceries or whatever, and then you run that gambit.
All right, babe, hurry up, get here so you could see Scott.
Even very rural areas here in Arizona, they've got cases.
Okay, hurry up. Bye.
Luckily Maine isn't the hot spot for tourism.
Okay, I'm back, everybody. I am back.
See, you turned off your speakers.
Huh?
You turned off speakers when you're talking to her. I would have talked to her too. I'd have said, "Luann, baby,
she's coming."
Yeah, our little Lulu baby.
oh, there's Serge.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. Now we could just get her to come live.
Arabic? I used to know Arabic. I used to know like how much Arabic I used to know. I used to know probably about a good like 15 to like 25 words. I started learning Arabic for a little bit, and then
I was telling him when I lived in Kuwait, because basically, I mean, there are certain phrases I use all the time in every. But that was 10 years. I moved out of there 9 years ago. I moved back to the United States, and I just didn't use it at all. I mean, I hardly ever use it. When somebody says something to me, it'll pop into my head, and then I'll answer back. But but somebody tried typing stuff to me in Arabic, and it's like, ooh, now if I hear it, then I can probably respond to it much better than if they type it in there. Then I got to figure out what they're talking about.
Yeah, Tom. I'm telling you. I honestly, I would rather be in the Philippines.
Me too. I'd rather be there right now.
That's where I would be, 100%.
I mean, if I was there,
I
got things I could do.
I'd be around, well, you got your wife there, you know what I mean? The family probably, come over. So, I mean, There's things to do like that. Have dinner, relax.
I just move them all up on the compound, and then we can go around building stuff up on the compound.
Knowing me, I would probably be like cleaning the yard or something, being constructive. That's just me. I mean, I'll do anything.
Yeah. Yeah. See, and Maine's a small enough part of Maine's a small enough state with a small enough population, they can kind of get away with that.
Mm-hmm. They are. Maine is small.
Yeah, I mean, talking about opening up everything, they're going to leave it up to. They're talking about leaving it up to the restaurants if they want to open up and have sit down customers or not, and how they want to do their distancing.
That would be interesting.
I mean, same thing. George is putting it all in place tomorrow, or what, Friday or Saturday. They're basically just telling everybody, hey.
I want to see what's going to happen. Like,
Tom's in a hotel. Yeah, that can get kind of frustrating being in a hotel.
Yeah. I'm trying to look for a canvas. I saw this. Listen, I saw this one canvas. It was the just like my banner. I'm like, oh my God! I was like, thought I was like seeing things.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God! Am I seeing this right?
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find it. I would love to get it up on that wall still.
Oh, yeah, your banner?
Yeah. With the American flag and the Philippine flag, like I would love to do something.
There's an interesting question.
What?
Is the end of Airbnb? I know in the United States there's a lot of Airbnb, people that have those Airbnbs, and what they'll do is they'll buy a house,
Hey, Scott,
turn it into an Airbnb.
the one on my Luan, get on your channel. You're on my channel.
See, what's wrong with her being on your channel?
Because I'm doing live. She's on my tablet.
So?
No, because then it'll mess up my watch time hours.
You and your watch time hours.
Oh yeah.
Worry too much about it. You're gonna lose your hair if you. Oh, too late. Never mind.
Yeah, I already lost it. Luan, join here. Here's the link.
There's Luan. See, now she's on her channel. So, hey, don't forget to click the thumbs down, Luan. I mean, thumbs up. So, no, click the thumbs down because he yelled at you. That'll show him. But anyways.
Oh, Mylene. Watch.
And shave them with a straight razor.
No. I already told her I'm buying the clippers. Let me see. And there's Nettie. Here's Luan.
Because Luan came back, then Nettie jumps in.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
Hello.
Oh, wait. Scott. Oh, my God. He put the camera on.
Hi, Luan.
How are you?
Good. How are you doing, darling?
Just fine.
Jeez.
Just got out from work.
I'm
Hey,
surprised Serge didn't come in here yet.
How are you?
when you shave Jay, when you do the shaving for Jay, there's extra points in it for each drop of blood. Right? There's a tip. Yeah. If he cries, there's extra money in it.
I told him if he didn't get any cuts, then he paid me $20.
I'll give you 30 if there's blood.
Yeah.
Jeez.
40 if it requires stitches.
Yeah,
Oh,
40
man.
maybe.
Oh man, I'm surprised
Well,
Serge didn't come in here just yet.
well, if he go to the barber shop, he pays like $45. So what
Well,
is $40?
yeah, well, tell him $40 then.
Yeah.
Bargain.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Nettie, if you want to come join, you can come join. Yeah, Tom, what I'll do is I'll show Luan your picture. I cannot believe this, that I'm going to be letting my girlfriend shave my face. Actually, watch this. Whoa, what the hell? Let me call my brother. He won't believe this one.
Huh?
How are you?
I'm good.
Let me see if
Stay home?
BJ says hello. She told me next time we talk to you, say hello for her.
Oh. How is she? I hope she's doing fine.
She's doing good. She's still working.
That's
She's
good.
working at the hospital every day. So
what's up, brother? What you doing?
So how's work?
Right now, I'm doing a live right now.
Tired, dealing with
Mm,
some customers having an attitude.
one of my
That's normal.
things on YouTube, Scott.
They get attitude.
Hi, Tom Patrick.
Hello, Natalia. How are you?
Going to South America.
That's
Hey,
good.
you know what you do, Luan?
Mm,
If they start getting too much, just start
Yeah.
yelling at Emiliano.
oh my God, I don't want to get in
After him back.
trouble.
Just turn back in
You get rid of
Emiliano.
that bunk bed yet?
Just say, I don't understand.
Really?
That's funny because like there's a line, so meaning you have to stay in the
So
line
that means
until
the
the
Godfather
transaction
can
of
take the whole
the
bed.
first customer done.
Mhm.
So they're not listening.
Mhm.
Like I'm almost yelled at them. So it's so
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, that's like
They
here.
they don't know how to
Oh, please.
follow.
I'm
No.
your Godfather.
Plus they don't.
Godfather.
There's a mandatory from the governor that you
jump
have to wear a
bed,
mask.
Relax.
Mhm.
Nobody like
Everything off
how
the
many
bed.
people I saw this afternoon not wearing a mask. So meaning
Mhm.
they don't care.
Yeah.
Jeez.
When they get close, just go like, and when they get close to you and they're not wearing a mask, go like this. Go. That all gets
So-
them to move farther away. I do that all the time. I go. Oh. What's up, brother? Hold on. You there? What's up, brother?
I don't know. Right now, I already been up on here for 2 hours and 8 minutes. So
You there?
I'm okay. We have like 11 people in here right now.
All kind of funky ass new shit.
Yeah. But hold on.
Yesterday, I
Say
had
hello,
like 20
hello to
people.
Luan. She said, "Who's that?" Luan. She's saying, "Who's that funny sounding guy?"
How was it?
It
I'm
is
gonna mute this.
1,238, but I think it's up to like 1,240 now. And I'm almost at 2,700 watch time hours. 4,000. I'm creeping up there slow but surely. Yep. But yeah, I mean, I'll probably be up on here for like another 30 minutes to probably an hour. All right then. All right. Later. Cebuana sa America. Hello, hello. What's up, Tom? Lots of feedback. Man, geez, Tom, $50 if I need stitches. I'm not going to the hospital. I would bleed to death before I go to the hospital anytime soon. Oh, so how are you, Cebuana? Hey, babe. What you doing?
I went downstairs.
For what?
Just say no speak English, I get no spade. What are you talking about, Tom Patrick?
With you having a thumb pull. I know she could say it too. I mean, she could be like, I don't understand. Or you just say, thank you, have a nice day, and that's it.
Tom Patrick said, oh, Serge said 20 is not enough. Tom Patrick said $50 if he needs stitches and ICU, make the cut. Nice.
Don't give her any ideas, please. You know what I mean? Like,
Hi, Ate Neddy.
don't give her no ideas.
Come on, guys, give me more ideas.
No, no more ideas.
Tom Patrick, Serge, come on.
Serge,
Ate Neddy.
I'm
Hi,
surprised.
Mai.
I'm surprised Serge is not jumping on here because usually he know you come. That's it. Serge already jumping on and boom boom.
What do you mean, boom, boom?
He's hurrying up and to jump on here and start saying hello to you, seeing how you doing.
Come on, join us, Serge.
I know Mylene's here. Cebuana Sa America, she's on.
Cebuana. Oh, hi, Joe and Jazzy.
Yeah, they were here earlier.
Oh, okay.
If you scrolled all the way up, yeah.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah.
Hey, Jay, brother.
Yeah.
I got to take care of something here, and so I'll talk to you later. I got to
All
leave.
right, brother.
Take care, man.
Good.
Take care.
Bye, Luann.
You take care.
Don't forget extra 20 in it if there's blood.
No, Tom Patrick, it's $50.
Well, yeah, okay. Oh, Tom Patrick says if you take off an ear, you get 100.
Jeez, Tom.
Well, I'd match that. So if you take off both, you get 200.
We're gonna do it live.
Yeah.
So you have to watch it.
I want to see him scream live.
Scream.
All right, later. Bye.
All right, brother.
Bye.
Y'all are so mean. You know, y'all are mean. Unbelievable. How I can't believe y'all would do that to me. I'm looking for. Ooh, that's a nice shirt. So. Ooh. So.
Oops.
So who are you? Oh, Serge is about to go to sleep now. Serge is going night night. I guess Serge had a long day.
Yeah.
Probably. I know I did. Long day.
This lift is so annoying. They're so expensive.
What?
The lift.
Don't worry about that now. I told you. Did you text your sister-in-law?
Tom Patrick said server and ear off could be $100.
That's really harsh. Y'all are trying to get me deformed and have more insecurities and than anything. You don't want that. Good night, Serge.
Good night, Serge. You take care of yourself.
Oh, we've been on live for 2 hours and 16 minutes already. So where is my Mylene? What you doing, Mylene? Having breakfast? Tell me what you doing, babe. What you reading, Luan? 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 No, Luan. I think she disconnected intentionally, or she froze. Okay. She froze. Where I could get this. You froze. So I can't even spell American. Wow. 2 hours flew by, everybody. I'm telling you. It's not necessary, Tom. Like I said, I've been like with Luan's family in the Philippines. We've been, you know, keeping contact with them. Oh, you probably could, but there's probably what I'm saying is we were saying is like it's probably like a hassle. It's going to be, you know, if you're still in quarantine, that's what what we were like saying. I know there's been, I watch a lot of other channels and they even talk about um, they can't even go down the street. They can't leave their yard. Like I think every part of the Philippines, it's of course it's not the same. Everybody is different when it comes down to different parts of the Philippines. It's always different. I don't even know why I'm looking at tattoos. Because if I start looking at tattoos, that means I'm going to start wanting some. Ooh, that's nice. Sorry, everybody. I'm like staring at tattoos. But I'm into tattoos. I really look into them. Wow, we got well, her family is, how can I put it? All right, Tom. Take care. Well, we got like roughly 5 more minutes, everybody. Then we're gonna end this live. Let's say 5 more minutes, everybody. 5 more minutes. Actually, I should even look on Amazon to see where my packages are. Still waiting for my packages. Hopefully, this package will be here soon. I hope. If not, I'm gonna be upset. Well, still in China. Wow. Still in China. Or just left China. That stinks. I'm about to cancel it. It's just not really worth having them if this situation probably will be done and over with by the time, you know, they get here. So, who's in here right now? Nettie, Mylene. Mylene's still drinking the coffee. Mylene. Oh, Gina in Texas. She is on. So, Mylene, how is your coffee? Smells good. Ugh. The real Joey B. Hello, hello. How you doing? How's everybody doing? Mylene, are you doing a live tonight? What is this? Facebook comes up with these crazy things. Oh man, I don't know about Facebook anymore. They just out of control. Nedigre. Actually, Joe and Jesse, I'm a little tired. You know, I'm a little tired. Can't believe like the time flew. Our lockdown is totally crazy right about now. Like they don't even. How can I explain? Our lockdown. It seems like, at first, it seems like um, nobody was really being out. I mean, there's not a lot of people going out, somewhat, but not as many. You got flu? No, I don't got the flu. No flu for me. I definitely don't want the flu. That is one thing I do not want. I've been having my flu shots. Honestly, I can't wait to get my flu shot again. um, you know, it is. Wow, Everyday May. Thank you so much. It's been a very long day at work. There's been a lot of stuff going on. So I'm just very, very. Neddy, still here. Neddy Greer, Neddy Greer, Neddy Greer. What are you doing, Neddy? Neddy Greer, Neddy Greer. So Mylene, are you gonna do live, Mylene? I know Mylene's answer. Maybe. I don't know. Hey, Mylene. Oh, we got 8 people in here. Still 8 people in here. Honestly, I don't even know. I can't wait until. Ooh, I like that. Oh, I just lost it. Nettie, are you doing live tonight? Hold on, everybody. My back. Whew. All right, everybody. I think this is gonna be the end of this live. Oh, we got Melody May doing a live too. Jeez. Melody May. All right, everybody. Well, it was a lot of fun. 2 hours and 40, pretty much 5 minutes went by really fast for me this time. And man, it was crazy. But I want to thank everybody that stopped by and showed love. But I'm about to go have another banana and drink some water and relax a little bit. I am exhausted. So I want to thank everybody for stopping by and spending 2 hours and some change with me. And I greatly appreciate it. So everybody be safe, wash your hands, don't touch your face, and I will see y'all tomorrow. So everybody, God bless. I love y'all. Peace, everybody. Thank you, everybody.